Okay, next we're going to do is we're going to graph the profit function. And I have some graph paper that I provided in the handout. So to graph the profit function, perhaps I should come up with the profit function first. So let's come up with that. Let's do the profit is going to be equal to total revenue minus total cost. So as a recap, my revenue equation, my total revenue equation was 0.05 Q cubed plus 2.4 Q squared plus 300 minus my total cost function, which was negative 0.01 Q cubed plus 0.4 Q squared plus 500. If I work this out, and I'll let you do this one on your own because the math isn't overly complicated, you get negative 0.04 Q cubed plus 2Q squared minus 200. Okay, so that's what we're going to be graphing here. So now I need to come up with some values to be able to graph this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have my Q values, and I'm going to have my profit values. So now what's the lowest my Q value should be? 0, because you can't make negative quantity. Okay, so we got 0, and then I'm going to go with the axes I gave you guys. So you can see I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so let's calculate the profit values for this. So I'm just going to substitute into the profit equation these Q values. So I'm going to have negative 0.04 times 0 cubed plus 2 times 0 squared minus 200. This gives me negative 200. For 10, I would substitute negative 0.04 times 10 cubed plus 2 times 10 squared minus 200, and I would get negative 40. For 20, I would substitute 20 into the equation, and I would get 280. And so forth, I would get 520, 440, negative 200, and negative 1640 for these values. Okay, so now let's graph that. Okay, so to graph that, at 0, I would have negative 200, so that's right here. At 10, I would have negative 40, and I nicely gave you guys grids with increments of 20. So that's 20, 40 right here. At 20, it's 280. That's going to be right here. At 30, it's 520 right here. At 40, I get 440, so it starts to come down. At 50, I'm in negative profit. And at 60, I'm off the chart at negative 1640. Why might my profit be getting negative at some point? I'm going to draw the lines between these. How could I possibly have negative profit at some point when I'm selling more? Well, what's going to happen to your pricing to be able to increase demand? You're going to drop your price. And eventually you may have to drop your price so much that you're not covering your costs. So this is our profit, and this is in thousands of dollars, and this is my quantity in 10,000s.